Nobody cares how tired you are. Nobody's interested in how unfair life has been to you. Nobody is keeping a scoreboard of your struggles, and that's not cruel, it's empowering. Because the minute you realize nobody's coming to rescue you, you stop waiting, you stop wishing, and you start grinding. Life doesn't hand out participation trophies. It rewards those who move, those who fight, those who show up day after day when nobody's clapping for them. Let's get one thing straight. You are not owed anything, not comfort, not ease, not success. The world doesn't owe you a break just because you've had it rough. Pain doesn't make you special. What you do with that pain does. The people who rise are the ones who decide that no matter how heavy the weight, they're going to lift anyway. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. You want success? Then stop waiting for motivation. That's a luxury. What you need is discipline. The kind that drags you out of bed when it's cold, that makes you work when you're tired, that shows up when everyone else makes excuses. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline builds empires. It's the only currency the grind accepts and the only tool that will carry you through the days when quitting feels easier than continuing. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people are too busy surviving their own lives to care about yours. They're not thinking about your missed opportunities or broken dreams. They're not dwelling on what you could have been. And that's a blessing, because it means you're free. Free to define your own success, free to fail, to rise, to try again without anyone's permission. But with that freedom comes responsibility. If nobody's coming to save you, then the job falls squarely on your shoulders. You have to be your own rescue mission. You have to be your own biggest fan, your own coach, your own accountability partner. If you don't care enough about your life to fight for it, why should anyone else? The price of excuses. Excuses are easy. That's why people love them. They're soft. They soothe your ego, but they're also parasites. They feed on your potential. Every time you say, "I can't," you're giving permission for your future to shrink. Every time you say, "It's not the right time," you're trading growth for comfort. Let this sink in. Excuses don't protect you, they imprison you. They are chains disguised as comfort. Break them. Replace "I can't" with "I must." Replace someday with now. Because the only thing standing between you and your next level is the lie you keep telling yourself. Hard work isn't sexy. It's not always fun. It's lonely. It's repetitive. It's waking up early, staying late, sacrificing nights out and lazy Sundays. It's choosing growth over comfort and long-term gains over short-term highs. And most of all, it's invisible. Nobody sees the work, they only see the results. So the question is, can you keep going when no one's watching? Can you grind in silence while the world parties? Can you train while others sleep? Can you show up for yourself without applause, without praise, without anyone even noticing? Because if you can do that, if you can stay consistent when it's hard, when it's thankless, you're already miles ahead of the people who are still waiting for someone to believe in them. Believe in yourself. Because if you don't, who will? There's no hack, just work. Everyone's looking for a shortcut, a life hack, a faster way, but here's the deal. There's no elevator to greatness. You take the stairs, one brutal step at a time. You show up when it's raining. You show up when you're broke. You show up when you're tired, discouraged, and ready to quit. Because that's what separates the ones who dream from the ones who do. Every successful person you admire, they earned it the hard way. And now it's your turn. Look, not every effort will be rewarded immediately. Sometimes you'll give your all and see no results, but that doesn't mean the effort was wasted. That's how foundations are built, quietly, brick by brick, underground before anyone sees the house. Just because you don't see it yet doesn't mean it's not happening. You want to be exceptional? Then accept that average isn't an option. That means doing more, doing better, being relentless. While others complain, you work. While they scroll, you read. While they sleep, you prepare. You don't need to talk about it. Just be about it. The minute you stop blaming, you start growing. When you let go of why me and pick up watch me, everything changes. Your story isn't over. You're not stuck. You're not behind. You're just getting started, but only if you choose to. Rewrite the script. Whatever you've told yourself up until now, rewrite it. Rip it up. You're not too late. You're not too broken. You're not enough. Those are just labels someone else handed you, and you've been wearing them like a second skin. Burn them. You're the author here. Pick up the pen. Draft a new plot where you win, where you don't settle, where you rise after every fall. You don't need anyone's permission to level up, just your own commitment to the rewrite. Your dreams aren't waiting on luck, they're waiting on effort. The grind is supposed to be hard. That's the point. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But they don't. They tap out. They choose distractions over discipline. They settle for survival when they were built for greatness. Don't be one of them. You think you need more time? No, you need better priorities. Everyone gets the same 24 hours. The difference is how you use them. 10 minutes of focus beats an hour of procrastination. A single, consistent habit will take you further than 50 half-finished ideas. Start now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now, with whatever you have. Don't wait for the perfect plan. Don't wait for permission. Start messy. Start afraid. Start small. Just start. You say you don't have time? Wake up earlier. Turn off Netflix. Get off your phone. The time is there. You're just wasting it. Every minute spent numbing yourself is a minute you could have used to build your future. You say you don't know where to start? Start anywhere. Read a book. Take a course. Ask questions. The how will reveal itself as you move. Clarity comes from action, not overthinking. You say you're scared of failing? Good. That means you care. But fear is not a reason to stop, it's a reason to push. Every failure is a lesson in disguise. Every fall is part of the rise. You don't learn confidence by succeeding. You learn it by surviving setbacks and showing up anyway. Build the unbreakable you. You don't get stronger by avoiding struggle. You get stronger by leaning into it. You become unbreakable by choosing to rise after life knocks you flat. Not once, not twice, but every single time. That's how mental toughness is built. That's how discipline is forged. Not in easy seasons, but in the storm. Stop praying for it to get easier. Pray for the strength to get better. Because if you can walk through fire and still keep moving, you'll become someone no setback can destroy. You want to stand out? Then do what most people won't. Stay consistent. Stay accountable. Stay focused, even when it sucks. Especially when it sucks. Discipline is the difference between those who dream and those who do. And let me tell you something else. You're going to lose people. When you grow, not everyone will clap. Some will doubt you. Some will resent you. Let them. That's not your burden to carry. Your job isn't to convince others of your worth. It's to prove it to yourself. Set boundaries. Cut off the noise. Surround yourself with people who want to win too. You become who you spend time with, so make sure your circle matches your ambition. And stop explaining yourself to people who will never get it. Your vision wasn't meant for them. Keep your head down and work until your results speak so loud nobody can ignore you. It's not about being perfect, it's about being relentless. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to have bad days. You're allowed to cry, to break, to doubt. But you are not allowed to quit. Because quitting guarantees failure. But pushing forward, no matter how slow, keeps the door open to greatness. You get what you tolerate. If you keep settling, you'll keep suffering. You get what you demand from yourself and what you allow from life. So stop tolerating low standards. Stop accepting average. You want elite results? Adopt elite habits. Stop letting comfort rob you of your calling. Raise the bar and then rise to meet it. Celebrate your progress. Not because you've arrived, but because you're moving. Every book you finish, every workout you complete, every time you show up when you didn't feel like it, that's a win. Stack enough of those wins and suddenly you're unstoppable. So no, nobody cares. Not yet. But one day, they will. They'll care when you succeed, when you rise, when you prove everyone wrong, but by then, it won't matter. Because you'll already know. You'll know you earned it, you built it. You didn't wait, you worked, you fought, you refused to settle, and that's when you'll realize you never needed their approval. You needed your own. So go out there and earn it. Not for them, not for likes or praise or validation. Do it for you, because nobody cares, and that's your greatest advantage. Now work. If this lit a fire in you, don't let it burn out. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear the truth. You've got this. Now get to work.